So as you can see, I'm in a very poor position here. I'm sitting on the couch, my back is really flexed in the lower area. I'm reaching forward for the keyboard, I'm looking down, and I'll show you, I'm going to stand up, I'm going to show you the position that my back is in. Now we wouldn't work with our back in this position for hours on end, but it's very easy to do it if we're sitting on a couch. So at the moment, really need to avoid this position, and even more so, don't do this in bed. In bed it's an even worse position. Okay, so ideally what we're going to do is we're going to have a split monitor and keyboard. I've repurposed these boxes of games from the kids to lift my monitor up at eye level. We want the top of the monitor just touching the top of our eye line, ideally in order to stop us bending forwards, or up in order to look at the screen. If you have an exterior keyboard, that's ideal. If you can run a keyboard down onto the desk so that we can separate out the monitor and the keyboard, that's ideal. Also, we want to be nice and close in to the desk. We want our elbows at about right angles. We don't want to be reaching forwards for the keyboard. So you can see I can rest my elbows by my sides. That's probably the most important thing, is just resting the elbows by the sides so that our arms are in a relaxed position and we're not reaching forward in order to get to the keyboard. Finally, the most important thing I find is to stop, to prevent you from slouching. A very easy trick is you can get a hand towel, you can roll it up into a little tube. So it forms a little bit of a tube there. What you're going to do is you're going to place it on the base of your chair. Most people put stuff behind their lower back to stop themselves from slouching, but this is the most important thing. You place it on the base of your chair about 15-20 centimeters from the back of the chair, and when you sit into the chair, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your buttocks get all the way behind the towel. Okay, now what the towel is going to do is it's going to act like a little bit of a speed bump. It's going to prevent your bum from sliding forward in the chair. Okay, that way we keep a nice upright posture. You can put something behind the lower back if you want at this stage, but the more importantly, if we can stop our bum from sliding forwards, we don't end up slouched. The reason that we slouched, or the reason that we slouch most of the time, is not so much that there's nothing supporting our lower back, it's that our bum slides forward in the chair, and that allows us to fall into that slouch position. And again, if we're sitting slouched for long periods of time, if we're down like this, and we're reaching for a keyboard, again, it's identical to standing like this for long periods of time, same position, and we wouldn't wonder why our back is uncomfortable if we stood like this at work for long periods of time, but it's very easy to do it in this position. So let's avoid that.